Setting up for the second YouTube live stream. Hello, nice to meet you. This time, instead of mounting a camera on my body, we will use 3 cameras to start the broadcast. We are upgrading the setup so viewers can watch more comfortably. The product I will introduce today is Orgar. This product, called GLASSTINT ORGAR, is what we call a window tinting mounting solution. In English, it is a slimer. You add it to water and dilute the slimer in the water. When installing film on glass, the slimer dilution is what allows the film to slide smoothly. It is a water-based dilution. Why do we need to use a dilution solution? There are slimers like dish soap or shampoo, things you can easily find in everyday life. So why use a dedicated solution? There is only one reason. If chlorine-based cleaning ingredients are included, they can affect the adhesive of window tinting film. They can have the effect of slightly dissolving it. If chlorine-based cleaning ingredients are included, they can do more harm than good to the film. The second reason is that a cleaner is just a cleaner. Shampoo and dish soap are not made to help film slide. They have a cleaning effect and just happen to feel slippery. People have used that property for window tinting. But a window tinting mounting solution only needs to help the film slide. It does not need cleaning ingredients. And slimers that contain cleaning ingredients do help it slide, but they take a little longer to dry. And those harmful substances remain even after squeegeeing. So, when exposed to UV rays, they can accelerate bubbling, air bubbles forming on the glass, and discoloration. That is the kind of effect they can promote. Because of those negative effects, you should use a slimer. The second reason is ease of use. Please scold Hyundai. Please scold Hyundai. That was a funny comment. For decades, their glass was so nice. But now I really do not like their glass. They made it way too difficult. The second reason to use Orgar is that it is efficient for squeegeeing and drying. It has a sliding effect, but after squeegeeing, it locks into place. Sometimes you align the film perfectly during installation, but it moves again while squeegeeing. That can be very frustrating, especially on windshields you squeegee across. But the film shifts while you are squeegeeing. That is different from shampoos or dish soaps that also have cleaning effects. With Orgar, once you squeegee it, it stays fixed in place. Of course, you need to use the right amount. There are still many people who use dish soap. They just say, use dish soap. So employees end up using dish soap without really knowing why. But now, even the price of the slimer is low enough that there is no reason to use dish soap or shampoo. Since I produce it directly, the price is not a burden. Because of those 2 conveniences and benefits, we use Slimer. For those who purchase it from our website, but are not sure how to arrange and use it, I will show you directly, and then we will work on the vehicle. We are revealing the actual Orgar dilution method. The product you see here is sold on the GLASSTINT shopping mall. It is called ORGAR. It is a window tinting mounting solution, a slimer. It is a product that helps with sliding. It was first released simply as ORGAR, and it has been upgraded from ORGAR 7 to ORGAR 9. As of 2026, it has been upgraded to ORGAR 11. This product is what we call biodegradable. I once showed an experiment in a previous video. I filled glass bottles with water, putting water into both bottles. Then I dropped dish soap into one and ORGAR into the other. As you can see in that video, ORGAR biodegrades very quickly. Yes, it biodegrades quickly. The moment you drop ORGAR into water in a glass bottle, it completely breaks down before it reaches the bottom of the bottle. But with dish soap, you can try it yourself and see whether I'm lying or not. I am not lying. Dish soap, shampoo, and other products with cleaning effects, when mixed with water, and when you drop the solution into the water, it barely breaks down and just sinks to the bottom. That is why, when you use products like ORGAR, a slimer like this, it wipes off easily even after being sprayed on glass. It also uses chemicals that are closer to natural ingredients. But dish soap and shampoo keep foaming when you wipe them. That is one of their characteristics. Some people purchase ORGAR and ask how to use it and how to set it up. Of course, I expect everyone to use it well, but I will show you once. This is how you dilute ORGAR. This is the pump. It is a pump. This pump dispenses a fairly large amount. If you want to insert this pump directly into the ORGAR container and use it that way, you can purchase this pump. After purchasing it, can you see this? Measure the full length. When it is pressed down and closed, then calculate the height and cut this length accordingly. When cutting it, if you cut it straight, the solution may not come out when it touches the bottom. So I will cut it slightly diagonally. It is cut. I cut it to match the height. After cutting it, you can attach it like this. Yes, that is it. Now, I brought some water here. It is just water. First, open the cap. Then pump it in and use it. Simple, right? As I mentioned before, I will explain the ratio several more times going forward. Use it a little differently for windshields and side windows. Windshields and rear windows are large pieces of glass, so you should add about 30% more. For example, for side windows, you might add 1.5 pumps. For the sides, 1.5. Then for the windshield and rear glass, you can pump it twice. Add about 20 to 30% more. But there is no fixed amount. If the glass has water repellent treatment, and the film sticks during installation, then you need to add a little more. On the other hand, if it slides too much, if 1.5 pumps is too slippery, then each person's standard may be a little different. Everyone has a slightly different standard. Their standard for slipperiness is different too. So if it feels too slippery, just pump it once. Remember the amount that works for you and use that amount consistently. That is how you can use it. For those who feel that using it directly from this container dispenses too much with this pump, you do not necessarily need to buy a container like this. You can buy one online. But if you want to divide it into smaller pump bottles, like empty shampoo pump bottles, this may be more convenient. I actually use it this way too. Since this dispenses a smaller amount, I use 3 pumps for side windows. That is based on this bottle. I pump it 3 times. For the windshield, I use about 4 pumps. I pump it about 4 times, once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, and use it that way. There is not much more detail I can explain beyond this. You understand, right? And when transferring it from this container to this bottle, you use a funnel. This funnel can be searched as funnel in Korean as well. You can find it online or on shopping malls. Place the funnel here and pour the solution in. Now you understand, right? I think you understand even without me showing it. To explain it, you place it like this. Then open the cap and pour it in. Pour in as much as you need and use it. You can also find pumps widely available online. Match the length to the pump bottle container. Cut it and insert it. Since I have not yet added it into this bottle, the Genesis G90 next to me has a bit of a water repellent effect on the first row glass, and the windshield also has some water repellent treatment. So if I use 3 pumps for another car, for this one, I use 2, 3, 4, up to 5 pumps. That is how I do it. First, it needs to slide a little more. It is not only because the glass has tight seals, but also because it has water repellent treatment, so it does not slide well. Now I will use this to work on the vehicle. Next episode, please also watch the Genesis G90 side window installation of Orgar.